Today we're going to be doing Goshinjutsu. Goshin means self-protection, so to speak. Go itself means to protect. Shin can be, depends on the kanji that you use. Shin can be like a person, oneself, or it can be the heart or spirit. So to protect a person, protect yourself, protect your heart, protect your spirit, that kind of thing, okay? So that's Goshin, and then Jutsu, the art of self-defense, the art of self-protection, okay? Now, at our camps, a lot of times people say, I teach Goshinjutsu, I teach lots of different words. On all of the videos that I put up, I typically use the word Goshin Taijutsu, so self-defense, body movement, because I think there's a certain way to move your body if you're going to be doing self-defense where you're protecting yourself, okay? Now, self-defense is a little bit different situation than a lot of the things you see within kata. And the kata and the traditions, when you guys are studying in the Nanamusha Den, you'll see us start in a specific kamae. Well, kamae means I'm ready to fight. You're ready to fight, I'm ready to fight, we're both in kamae. But it's not self-defense, it's fighting. Self-defense is you're in shizen, or you're in a position where you don't know there's an attack. And from that position, you have to protect yourself. So if I'm standing like this poses a totally different mechanical movement for me from a taijutsu than if I'm already here, right? So usually you get jacked when you don't know it's coming. Right, so that's what we call Goshin Taijutsu, because I think it's more of a protecting yourself, using your body movement and angling when you don't know that it's coming. So a lot of things that we do is from a shizen perspective in this arena, okay? I want to go over some stats, and these are the same stats I put on all my videos if you guys have watched any of the Goshin Taijutsu videos. I'm going to go through some stats with you. In America, right, there's a hate crime every 30 minutes. So a hate crime is when someone does a criminal act against someone's gender, someone's race, someone's religion, and it's specific. It's you're black, I hate you. You know, you're a pagan, I hate you. Right? That's what it is. Or you're a woman, I hate you. So it's a hate crime is when you do a criminal act against using hate because of some situation. Okay, so in America, there's something that happens like that every 30 minutes. 1 out of every 3 women will be sexually assaulted in their life. Aggravated assault happens every 34 seconds in this country. Violent crime happens every 22 seconds in this country. Murder happens every 30 minutes in this country. Forcible rape happens every 5 minutes in this country. Kansas City is rated the number 9 most dangerous city in the whole country. I don't know how many major cities there are, but there are more than one major city in the 50 states. And Kansas City is number 9 as the most dangerous city in the United States. And on top of that, Kansas City has 3 times more crime than the national average. And the national average of major cities, meaning it's got a certain amount of like 100,000 or more. So if you take the national average of every major city, there's this much crime. Kansas City has 3 times more crime than the national fucking average. So this is where we live. We live in that city. So to sit there and say, oh, you know, it's all rainbows and sunshine and it's going to happen to us, it's a little stupid. You know what I mean? And I know the people watching the video, you guys aren't here in Kansas City, probably, maybe not, but you know, wherever you live, there are assholes on every block. So every corner, someone's going to try to do you in. So you guys got to keep your eyes open, okay? And this is something that I want to make very clear on the video for all you people who are watching me in the online university and such. When I talk about self-defense, I believe that you should train in self-defense to protect everything, not just the body, the mind, the body, and the spirit. People can attack you spiritually. You need to learn how to protect yourself spiritually away from people's bullshit. People can attack you mentally, whether it's online hate, whether it's people running their mouth, whether it's people trying to one-up you or blackmail you or trying to convince you to do shit for them. They can attack you mentally. You should be strong enough mentally to learn how to protect yourself against those mental attacks. Don't let someone get in your head, you know, and I've said this before, and this actually I'm quoting my teacher, because Kobayashi Sensei said this once, and this was something that I remember, it's like clear as day. He said, nobody is strong enough to get in your head unless you're weak enough to let them. That's the absolute truth. No one can get in there and fuck with your head unless you're weak enough to allow them to get in your head and fuck with your mindset, okay? And then obviously there's the self-defense of the body. So you should learn how to protect your spirit from attack. You should learn how to protect your mind from attack. And you should learn how to protect your body from attack. Now, what are you protecting it from? Well, that goes into another conversation. Do you just protect it from someone who's trying to attack you? Well, of course. But you should also learn how to protect you from your biggest enemy, which is yourself. You should learn how to protect yourself against the own bullshit you put in your head. I can't do it. I'm worthless. What the fuck am I doing with my life? Where am I at now? I've got to do this for my family. Why can't I do this? What am I going to do tomorrow? You know, depression. And we're our biggest enemy because we're the hardest. No one's going to be harder on yourself than yourself, unless you just don't give a shit about who you are. But no one's going to be harder on you than you. So you have to learn how to critique yourself in a positive way. We'll call that positive criticism, right? But you also have to learn how to defend yourself against that rampant voice in your head saying you're not good enough. You can't do it. What are you doing it for? Look at what you're at. Look at whatever lifestyle or whatever you got going on. You know, protect yourself from that, because you could easily spiral into depression really quick. You know, so self-defense isn't just, they got a knife, I want to protect myself. Anyone who tells you that's what self-defense is, then they're basically wanting you to just pay money to the school so they could teach you a few tricks, because that's what it is. It's going to be a few tricks, and then that's it. When the reality of self-defense, self-protection, or what Goshinjutsu or Goshin Taijutsu, whatever word you want to use, you're going to protect yourself against hate more than anything else. Daily, I get people from every religion hating on me every day just because I'm not Christian. I get people every day going after me because I'm transgendered. I have people get on me every day because I'm married to a woman. I have people weekly, ask about the whole interracial thing because my wife's not white. And I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, I have people that say these negative and hateful things to me, and if I don't have a certain amount of defense or a certain amount of protection up from those things, they can hurt. They do. You see, I could let it hurt me, or I could not let it hurt me. And we protect ourselves against that more than we'll ever protect ourselves against a knife. To protect yourself, it is a black and white thing. It is you do or you don't. Do or do not. There is no try. When someone jumps your ass on the street, okay, you either protect yourself or you don't. There isn't no, God damn it, I'll get him next time. No. For a school that really prides itself on self-protection, defeat is not an option. If you go out to let's say you go to the mall, you with your family, right? They jump your wife, they got a knife or whatever it is, gun. Maybe there's multiple people and they just jump you guys, or you're with your family or whatever. And, or whatever, you're with your girlfriend, any fucking body, doesn't matter. You guys are out, someone jumps you. Here's the reality of the situation. If someone jumps your family and then you try to protect them and you fail, and let's say they shoot you. They shoot you. If you couldn't do it, someone who's trained in martial arts, someone who understands the threat and understands the situation, if any of you guys couldn't do it, what's the chances of your daughter doing it? Or your wife doing it? Or your girlfriend doing it? What's the chance? There's none. I mean, if you can't do it, they sure as hell can't do it. So it is our responsibility to not only understand it, but to be able to do it. Because if shit hits the fan, it is our responsibility to protect our family. So there's a raw reality to that, and that isn't a so-so thing. So we can't take the training lightly. Because unfortunately, it isn't a light situation. You know what I mean? And the really worthless fucking thing that comes down to it, if someone tries to jump Mr. Chafin here in the parking lot, give me your wallet, this and this. Chafin, I don't know, you might have $20, $30, $40 in a wallet. But they shank Chafin, out of nowhere, 3 people rush him, start stabbing him, grab his wallet and run. They just stabbed his ass for $40. Think about that, and that's the truth. But it's the goddamn truth. So there is no, well, I did a good job. No, it's literally do or do not. There is no try. You succeed or you don't. That's the reality of it. So we're gonna focus with the mindset today of that, right? All right, good.